Alright, today I'd like to go over the parable of the talents. Matthew 25:14-30. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man that is going into a strange country, called his servants, and delivered to them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and to another 1, and to every man after his own ability, and straightway went from home. Then he that had received 5 talents went and occupied with them, and gained other 5 talents. Likewise he that received 2 also gained other 2. But he that received 1 went and dug it into the earth, and hid his master's money. But after a long season the master of those servants came, and he reckoned with them. And came he that had received 5 talents, and brought other 5 talents, saying, Master, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained them with other 5 talents. Then his master said unto him, It is well done, good servant and faithful. Thou hast been faithful in little, and I will make thee ruler over much. Enter into thy master's joy. Also he that had received 2 talents came and said, Master, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents more. His master said unto him, It is well done, good servant and faithful. Thou hast been faithful in little, I will make thee ruler over much. Enter into thy master's joy. Then he that had received 1 talent came and said, Master, I knew thou wast a hard man, which reapest where thou sowedst not, and gatherest thou which strawest not. I was therefore afraid, and went and hid my talent in the earth. And behold, thou hast thine own. And the master answered and said unto him, Thou evil servant and slothful, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I strawed not. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money into the exchangers. Then at my coming should have received mine own with vantage. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every man that hath it shall be given, and he shall have abundance. And from him that has not, even that he hath shall be taken away. Cast therefore the unprofitable servant into utter darkness, where there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Today I would like to focus on the fact that the master in this parable was disappointed in the fact that one of his servants had chosen to simply bury the talent he was given instead of go and multiply those talents. I'd like to talk about it in the spiritual sense today, I guess. Because I have noticed amongst Christians that if you have a talent that God gave you that they find to be weird and strange, or they think it's satanic, they will try to drag you away from that particular talent, regardless of whether it's actually from Satan or if it's not. We can go over the fact that in the book of Exodus, chapter 7, Moses and Aaron went unto Pharaoh and cast forth the rod before Pharaoh and the servants, and it was turned into a serpent. Then the wise men and sorcerers and charmers all were able to pull off something very similar that looked the same, but was not the same at all. The difference here was actually just the source behind it. So no, Christians should not be practicing magic. What Christians should be doing is relying on God for spiritual abilities. The difference here is the source. So it's not that we shouldn't necessarily be doing certain things from a spiritual standpoint. It's all about the source that you do it from. Like I have just shown you with the entire thing with God turning a staff into a serpent and the magicians mimicking that. Just because something might look weird or strange to you, or you might not think God would accept something does not necessarily mean that that's the case. I still advise everybody to pray on something before blindly trusting other people, but I also don't advise trying to drag people away from their gifts either, just because they find it strange or weird. We are not supposed to bury our own gifts, and we are not supposed to bury the gifts that other people have. Some people are going to be given spiritual gifts that are going to look weird and strange to you. It doesn't suddenly make those gifts evil or bad. It just means that you're not familiar with them. Do not tell other people that they should be burying the gifts that the Master gave them simply because you personally feel like those gifts are satanic. That's just not necessarily the case. It is also very much worth noting that in John chapter 14, 11 through 14, Jesus says, "Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever ye ask in my name, that I will do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye ask anything in my name, I shall do it." If, according to Jesus, those who follow him will be able to do all that he could do, and even more, even greater, then what's wrong with Christians going around and performing miracles, as long as God gives that permission to do so? God can say no, sure, but he's not always going to. There is no problem with it. The fact of the matter is, Scripture never teaches that all of the spiritual gifts are all going to be gone today. It never says that even once. So the teaching that God did away with it all is in fact false doctrine. To end this video off, I would like to go over the spiritual gifts that are listed in 1 Corinthians 12, 7 through 11. "But the manifestation of Spirit is given to every man profit withal. For to one is given by the Spirit a word of wisdom, and to another knowledge by the same Spirit. And to another is given faith by the same Spirit, and to another the gift of healing by the same Spirit. And to another the operation of great works, and to another prophecy, and to another the discerning of spirits, and to another diversities of tongues, and to another interpretation of tongues. And all these things worketh one with and the selfsame Spirit, distributing to every man severally as he will." So essentially, God is going to give people different gifts. Some of these gifts will be spiritual in nature. You might think they're weird, you might not understand them, but that doesn't suddenly make them from Satan. And we need to stop with the mentality that every single thing that people can do from a spiritual level must be satanic. The fact of the matter is, it's not even true. There are going to be some things that might look satanic to you, but might not be, as we have already gone over in the book of Exodus. Do not judge a book by its cover. Instead, ask Jesus whether that thing truly is satanic or not. I will see everybody next time. Thank you for watching.